Hi, I'm Rebecca Day and I'm studying my Diploma of Interior Design and Decoration at Billy Blue College of Design. So I first saw the application for the internship on Instagram. I applied with a brief sort of overview of why I would be good for the role, and I was lucky enough to get an interview with Sibella herself. It was a brief interview online. We just discussed how I was suitable for the role, and then I was lucky enough to win the opportunity to go and do a two-week internship with her. After the interview process, a couple of days later, I got a phone call from Sibella saying that I'd won the opportunity to go and spend 2 weeks with her. I'm just about to start my first day of internship with Sibella Court. It's a very rainy, miserable day. But anyway, I'll give you a bit of an update on what I've been up to a bit later. We actually changed my schedule slightly because a live project came in. So I was able to actually work on a kitchen design project with her, which was just like the best ever, because you could actually see it from brief, a real brief, all the way through to concept presentation to the client. Sibella sat down with me and briefed me on the kitchen design and on how she saw the look and feel of the kitchen looking like. And I then had to go away and put all of her kind of thoughts and ideas into CAD. I then put together a look and feel document which kind of collated all of her lighting selections, finishes, hardware pieces that she wanted to put into the kitchen. And then a couple of days later to that, we actually met with the client and presented to the client. So it was great to actually have that involvement from brief all the way through to meeting the client and seeing their reactions and their thoughts and feedback. What I learned in my joining and finishes class and actually CAD and construction was really valuable for when I was working on the CAD documentation for Sibella, because it was a kitchen design and I'd learned all those skills from my subjects. So while I was at Society Inc., Sibella briefed me on a new textile range that she's got coming out. I was asked to look through a Pantone range and figure out which colours would suit with the new textile piece. To select the Pantone colours, I laid out the certain reference images and textile pieces that she had provided, and then actually with Sibella we worked out which ones would colour match with the Pantone. And then we laid out a vast selection of colours and then sort of whittled them down to choose which ones were going to be best suited. To get a holistic view of the whole of Society Inc. and Sibella Court's company, I actually did a bit of work in the retail store, doing VM and also installing some lanterns, which is a new piece that have just been released. We laid out the lanterns and then figured out how we were going to actually suspend them from the ceiling. So there was a bit of trial and error. It took us a few hours to actually figure out how we were going to get them up there. But we managed to get some wire and some magnets, and then we suspended, there was probably about 8 or 9 different lanterns in the retail store. I think my favourite part was probably working so closely with Sibella and seeing how creatively she thinks. Being briefed by her and then actually being able to, I guess, read what she was thinking and put that into CAD was probably, the most exciting part of the internship. I chose Billy Blue. I actually did a lot of research before I applied for my diploma here. I looked at a load of different design schools in Sydney and decided on Billy Blue because of its variety of subjects, because we learn CAD, Photoshop, we learn computer-aided skills, but we also learn how to go and do a site measure and I guess professional practice, so putting together a good portfolio and a CV, which I think is hugely important for when I graduate.